With just a laptop, internet, and lines of code, programming, how it works, the next big question is,
you're gonna get a little challenge.
So you picked a cool idea and start to program it, only to realize that the code has more bugs than a picnic in July.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Does that sound like you? Then relax, bro. We have all been there. And it's all because we neglect the prerequisites and expect to vibe, but the code disagrees. Present forth are the 4 key elements of programming you need to have an understanding before you dare to unleash your fingers on the keyboard and summon a sea of errors. To make this video more digestible, I will go through making a program of my own to show you how to correctly work out each of these elements. And the project that we're gonna make is Hangman. Starting off strong, we'll narrate our program. Open a text editor of your convenience and blur out the entirety of your project. Do not miss a single detail. Write everything down from start to end and then simplify things from there onwards. And the simplification works somewhat like this. Instead of saying get a random word, we can say that get a list of random names with category and then choose a random word out from the bunch for the current game. You see how I've split an ambiguous statement into a much simpler statement. Abiding by the second principle, you need to open a designing board or app where you can draw shapes and stuff with ease. My personal preference will be the Miro app because it just makes things a heck ton easier. So if you're interested, you can use the link in the description for a sweet 10% discount on your premium purchase. In this step, you need to sequence things out. Which steps proceeds to the other, and do not stop until you see a ginormous ugly diagram like this. Make sure that you succinctly describe how the sequence works, and you are open to use words or snippets of code to describe that step. Use different shapes for different structures, like I have used this messaging sign for input and output and a circle for conditionals. Go to each statement and figure out the problem that needs to be solved at that point. If I need to display a hangman, I guess I can channel my inner Picasso in ASCII. Or is it about the random words to be asked, just toss them into an array and let Python play eeny meeny miny mo. I mean, make it do random choice. This has to be the least insomnia causing step. You'd spend more time celebrating it than actually doing it.
Oh, hell no, man.
Because it is simply a quest to find the right property and method to turn the logic into actual code. I started out by creating a Python file and defining the main function, and then I paid a visit to my good AI friend and asked for a list of random names with categories. But after begging for a straight 1 hour, he handed me with random words, so I promptly copied it down and pasted it inside my project. I also got my hands on some ASCII art for the segment, and that was copied to my program as well and reformatted so that it works with Python. Without a second to spare, I scanned the diagram and it basically handed me with everything I needed. Just had to speak Python. Methods, properties, easy stuff. With Google and ChatGPT in my corner, of course, I first completed the generation of random names part and proceeded to create the dash list, which is simply a list of dashes that will be displayed to the user. Now, I don't want to bore you to death, so here's the brief breakdown of the program. I basically make a loop run until either the player loses, that is the hangman reaches a certain stage, or the player wins, that is the dash list has no more dashes remaining. And within this loop, firstly I will display the current situation, diagram of the hangman, the category of the word, and the dash list, that is the current progress, and then there will be an input for the user for their guess. The guess will be validated to confirm whether it is a single alphabetic character or not. After that, I want to check if it lies in the randomly picked name or not. If it is, then in the dash list, the position of the dash where the character was supposed to be would be replaced by the character itself, and if the character does not match, then we would increment the hangman stage, indicating that his demise is near. On paper, it's all smooth sailing. In code, it's a bug apocalypse waiting to happen. And do expect a flood of problems, but no worries, the fundamentals are our lifeboats. Crafting clear narrations, refining our diagrams, and using tools like ChatGPT and Google to translate our logic into code is all part of the process that needs to be repeated until the program is completed. And let's not forget, every error brings that irresistible urge to blame the compiler. But blaming the compiler won't fix a thing. Instead, why not transform that frustration into fuel? Channel it into crafting code so seamless even the compiler can't help but applaud. And now finally, congratulations. Give yourself a well-deserved pat on the back because you've just added this brilliant blueprint to your toolkit. But wait, it's showtime. Let's check out the finished program. Oops, scratch that, we'll try again.